Welcome back to Nightly Nonsense. We're in the story of Gideon. We're in Judges. We're in chapter 7. We're working our way backwards, right? And we just talked about last night, like God's affirmation, right? How does God affirm to you that he is who he says he is and that he's going to do what he says he's going to do, right? Well, we know last night that Gideon got affirmation through the enemy. But how did he get there? Right? How did he get to that moment where he got his affirmation? Well, in verse 9 of chapter 7, it says, that same night, we talked about this a few nights ago. God uses the night. He loves to light up the darkness and the night. The same night, the Lord said to him, rise, go down against the camp, for I have given it into your hand. But if you are afraid to go down to the camp, right, with Purah your servant, and you shall hear what they say, and afterwards your hands shall be strengthened, and to go against the camp, right? So then they went down. It says, he went down with Purah his servants to the outposts of the armed men who were in the camp. So how did they get to the camp? God said to them something very particular. Hey, you're going to go and be strengthened, right? But if you're afraid, then do this first. Now, again, isn't God funny? He wants to deal with the fear, maybe, of Gideon. If you're afraid, Gideon, go to the enemy camp, which is what you're going to do anyway, right? Go to the enemy camp and listen, right? Go with your servant, take your two, and go down, and I'll enlighten you, and you shall hear, right? Then I'm going to give you the victory, right? You shall hear what they say, and afterward, your hands will be strengthened. But you still got to go to the camp. Listen, Gideon didn't get to stay at home and God said, okay, I'll give you a vision. Go to the enemy and see for yourself. Number one, you're going to see how big it is and how overwhelming this is. But number two, you're going to hear that I'm going to give you the victory. Go to the doctor appointment. Go. If you're afraid, right, you're not feeling well, I've told you that you're okay, that you're going to be healed. Go to the doctor appointment. Hear that the victory is coming your way, right? You see the overwhelming odds. Have somebody tell you, like, hey, this doesn't look good. But then hear, right, that I'm going to strengthen your hands. That's the whole purpose here. God strengthens your hands at moments. So where on your journey have your hands been strengthened? When did God say, go talk to this person and they gave you strength? They encouraged you. When did God say, I don't know why, you don't know why, but text this person, call this person? When were you told to text somebody or encourage somebody and you didn't have a clue what the word was for? Right? When has God used you to strengthen the hands of other people? When have you strengthened the hands of other people? And when have you allowed your hands to be strengthened? Right? When have you allowed your hands to be strengthened? When did God say, hey, if you're still afraid, go listen here? If you still don't go listen to this YouTube message. Check this Facebook site out. Call this person. Talk to this person. Go to church. Go to this Bible study. Go to the doctor's appointment. Go here. Go here. Go here. Maybe your kid's soccer appointment. Hey, go to your kid's soccer appointment or game. I guess it's not an appointment. Go to your soccer game, and you're going to sit next to somebody, and out of the blue, they're going to tell you something. So many times I'm sitting with people and they tell me words, they have no idea what they're saying. Right? Or how it's affirmed. Listen, I'm filming after conversations with people today. Do you know that I had a whole conversation today about night? Had no idea what I was going to talk about today except for Gideon, right? Didn't know how it was all going to play out. Come here. I've talked several nights worth now of nightly nonsense. How God likes the night. How God uses the night. Right? Affirmation. You were having the conversation. God uses the night. Seems like a weird thing. Seems like a really weird thing. God uses the night. And then we hear God sent them in the night. Then God sends them again in the night to light up the night. You need encouragement? You need to be lightened? Hey, go check out the enemy and what the enemy is saying. Do you ever wonder what the enemy is saying about what God's going to do in your life? Maybe you should pray that God would give you some insight. Let me hear what the enemy is saying. God might strengthen your hands by sending you somewhere so that you can hear the victory has already been given. Somebody would declare your victory. Right? God wants to strengthen your hands. How did he do it in the past? Look at your stories, right? Your stories. I get great value in listening to other people's stories, but the way that God works with you, for you, through you, different than other people. Always going to be a little bit different. Maybe he's not going to use jars with you, right? Maybe he's not going to use torches. He's going to use trumpets to some degree to declare what he's doing, right? And to announce to the world that he's doing something. But what does that look like? How does that look like? Allow God time to strengthen your hands. So are you in a place today where you need your hands strengthened? Or as you look backwards, where were those times where God strengthened your hands? What were the words? Where was the encouragement? Where was the discipline? Right? Where was the conviction? Where were the things that strengthened your hands? Chew on that. We'll see you next time. Nightly Nonsense.